Hello everyone. I hope I did it correctly this time. Tried to go live a second ago. It didn't work well for me. But I hope that now it's working. I'll wait for a few of you to join. I hope it's live this time. But I don't know. I might have messed something up again. Brett is here, so I see we are live. So, sorry, right there. I've decided to go live again because there are things happening right now in Ridglan farms where people went today, mostly vegan activists, but I think some non-vegans as well, to rescue the beagle puppies from this torturous place that breeds, exploits, and tortures them in the name of science. And this was started by Wayne Hyseung. I hope I'm pronouncing even close to correctly that name, who I now know got arrested on site in this endeavor. So I've decided to give it a little bit of air to cover it a little bit because not everybody has Instagram and most of the things are happening on Instagram right now. So if you have an Instagram account that you haven't visited for a while, this is the time to go visit and find out what is happening. It's kind of crazy. And I decided to go through those emotions with you guys rather than on my own, kind of. So, I don't know. Let's see what's happening, right? This is Gary Yurovsky's reel with... Sorry. That might have been a little loud. Can you guys hear this? Put one in the chat if you can. 2026 is the biggest open rescue in animal rights history taking place in Wisconsin at Ridglan torture chamber. Guys, can you hear this? You can't hear this. I'll fix it.
Just to watch them suffer and die. This place is so evil, they couldn't even follow the laws about torturing animals. Keep in mind, there are no laws protecting animals on this planet, especially in America. If there were, a vivisection torture chamber could not exist. But these evil monsters who want to claim that they're doctors, claim that they're scientists, they want to claim that they have science on their side. This is mad science.
So just to repeat what's happening, more than 1,000 people went to this location where only a month ago 100 activists came in and got some puppies out, got some beagle puppies out of this torturous place, a place that the court concluded is indeed immoral, illegal, and they torture puppies. So right now,
this is Jamie Logan here with Gary. Tell us what you saw. Did you go inside? Were you in there? What have you seen?
Honestly, the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Non-violent, peaceful people just trying to go in and save some dogs from horrific torture. And we know that there's been violations found here. We know that every activist has a legal right to be here and rescue these animals. Yet these police were tackling people to the ground. Like I am. There's people that are not okay right now, that were violently thrown to the ground, beaten. I saw people getting tear gas directly in the face. I mean, even just like walking in the vicinity, you can smell the pepper spray now. I couldn't see for about 5 minutes. So I was just walking with somebody because I couldn't see. We lost connection on the live stream.
Do you think the police are...
So what's happening actually is that the activists that went there were met with resistance, and they knew that this is going to happen because the daughter of the owner of Ridgland Farms basically said so. She basically, in words that are crazy to say, said that those activists who are trying to rescue dogs, puppies, from a place that is torturous, that those activists are going to be stopped with blood, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but when I heard it, it was crazy. I just didn't remember the exact words. That a grown-up person can say such a thing, that activists that are trying to save dogs, something that we were talking about on a previous live stream, that most people, especially in the US, would never even think of harming a dog, think it's the worst thing that somebody can do. Whenever somebody comes out, whenever news come out that somebody harmed a dog, everybody's threatening their life. So it's really would be interesting for me to see how people who are not vegans react to this attempt of activists to save animals from literal fucking torture. How people who are not vegans, who apply their compassion equally to all animals, would react to this attempt to rescue dogs from torture, and the violence that they're met with, the violence that they're stopped with. So as far as I know, Wayne has been arrested. I think his wife or some other activist is live right now on his channel. But this person is live right now on the channel, the person next to Wayne in this picture. Let me just make it smaller for you so that you can see fully, is live right now. And I can't join the live from my PC, unfortunately, but what I can show you what is actually happening. This is happening right now in the past couple of hours. So I suppose people are getting footage, immediately sending it to somebody, and that somebody is editing it really quickly and posting it on Wayne's account. And the reactions are... what's happening is crazy, in my opinion. Just to remind everybody, those people are trying to save dogs in America from torture. Do you remember when people thought that the people of certain ethnicity in America are eating dogs? Do you remember the outroar? I expect the same uproar, sorry, not outroar, uproar. I expect the same uproar in this case. Those people, all the people in the white suits, are heroes putting their lives in danger in order to save dogs, and the US police is forcefully stopping them as if they were criminals, as if they were in war. They are throwing tear bombs, they are spraying people directly in the face, all because of those people decided to save dogs from torture in the United States of America. And I don't know how people can justify this. It's just unclear to me. I don't care about the injury. I just need water for my eyes.
Does anyone have water? Water?
I just need one water, and then you guys should keep going and just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure, so Daddy.
Your neck around it too.
So by the looks of it, this person, not only was she tear gassed, her face is scratched as if somebody pushed her face into pavement or something, right? I don't know what happened, obviously. That's just my impression, that the signs on her face, the signs of violence on her face are similar to those as if she was pushed and scratched on something hard, like a pavement or another structure. So torturing animals is legal. Somebody saying he is trying to rescue them is not. What a fucked up world. I hope all of the heroes here are okay. And I completely agree. I hope they all come back. I have friends there, that's why I'm crying right now. So I hope all the people that are there come back safe, is what I'm trying to say. But also I'm crying for dogs, because this was supposed to rescue all the dogs from that place, and now they're not gonna get rescued. And that's like emotionally hard for me.
Come in here. Yeah. Stand up. It's gonna get worse. Go stay. Stand up.
Yeah, I understand. The police were never going to let them just walk in the second time. I think Wayne knew that. I think everybody who went there knew that this could happen. I'm just finding the lack of justice here so disheartening. And so Rowdy Girl Sanctuary comments, all they can do is act violently against peaceful protesters, just trying to rescue these defenseless beagles. I have to disagree with it a little bit, because just by the action of breaking into a place, they're not going to be peaceful protesters. I disagree a little there, but they're trying to do the just thing. So this specific set of words is not applicable in this case, but they are heroes nonetheless. They're just trying to save defenseless animals from torture that's been going on in this place for years. And hey, what's up, lovely bunny? And I'm just like, this place has been standing there torturing these beagles for many years. A lot of people know about this, but I think not the US public. And I don't know how many people of the rescuers are not vegan, but there are probably a few, because real dog lovers, real animal lovers should look at this and call the people in white suits heroes and the people in police suits criminals. Sometimes people should stand on the side of justice and not on the side of the law, because in this case, the law is antithetical to justice. It's anti-justice. It's trying to prevent justice. So, well, I'm glad that you are not there, because people seem to be falling off, suffering with a bunch of stuff, lots of violence, lots of gassing. So, and for nothing, I think they're not going to be allowed to save those dogs from torture. And now the question is, what happens in the future? In the US, where everybody is an animal lover, everybody is a dog lover, that's what it means in the end, but nobody's willing to stand up and put their name, put their body on the line, put their reputation on the line, because a lot of those people are going to get arrested. People who love dogs are not willing to do it for dogs who were bred for torture. Or at least I assume that most people who came to rescue beagles here are vegan. And that's the kind of stuff that shows clearly who are the heroes of this society and who are the way David says, losers, animal abusers. So this is when Hee-seung being arrested while attempting to serve Ridglan and its security team with a lawsuit alleging violent threats by armed men against peaceful animal advocates. Police arrested him immediately with no reason given and took the papers from him. Other activists are arriving on scene now for historic action. Stay tuned. Well, we are staying tuned. We're watching people getting gassed, arrested, and just not sorry. The rest of my, I suppose, the rest of my stuff is not about Ridglan Farms. Oh, there you go. You can watch the live. Oh no, you can't. Shit. You can just see that they are live. Unfortunately, you can't go to the live, which is a shame. Let's see. Is anything happening? No. The same footage. The same footage.
Were read from a life on wire. Now he's playing in the grass with his new family. Jake was once one of the more than 2,000.
So this is the previous time that a few beagles were indeed successfully gotten out of that torture chamber, where beagles are bred in order to be tortured for science. And one of those stories is of Jake.
1,000 dogs suffering in a cage at Ridglan Farms, a factory farm that breeds beagles to be sold to laboratories, where they're subjected to painful and deadly experiments like being force-fed laundry detergent. Last month, more than 100 activists converged at Ridglan. They managed to enter a barn and rescue Jake and 21 other puppies from their cages. It quickly became clear that Jake was unwell. He was dehydrated and refused food and water. Humans terrified him. He had never known a kind touch. His feet were red and irritated from living on a floor of wire and feces. Jake's new caretakers gave him time and space to adjust. And over the last few weeks, he has begun to come out of his shell. He is learning to trust, to run, to play for the first time in his life. For the dogs still suffering at Ridglan, Jake's new life remains a dream. But over 1,000 activists are planning to return to Ridglan to try to save the remaining dogs. This effort is inspiring, and I hope that the building momentum for these dogs will help lead to an end to all animal experimentation.
Well, obviously, this didn't happen when the vegan activists arrived on the scene. They were gassed, violently beaten, and arrested. Some of them got arrested as well. This comment says, vegans save the beagles and risk their own freedom, not flesh eaters, not vegetarians, not plant-based dieters. Vegans did that. no one else to be found. Well, I'm not sure that the new effort didn't include any of those people, but I'm sure that the critical mass were indeed vegans, because we apply moral consideration equally to all animals and try to liberate all animals. Guys, I don't know if there are more news on what's happening except for what we already saw.
We're just kind of recording. We're going to post it later.
Sorry, let me just see. Let me refresh. Maybe new things will come up. Yeah, there you go.
And I advocate your messaging, and you mean so much to me, man.
Amen.
Okay, well, that's just Gary Fellatio there. That's fine. This is Wayne.
To save thousands of beagle puppies from imminent torture or death. I might be arrested, I might even be shot, but it's worth it, even to just get one dog out of a cage. Since their last rescue at Ridglan, they've hired armed masked men to patrol the property and stop animal rights activists from rescuing dogs. They've dug a moat around the property and surrounded it with large hay bales and wire fencing. They're doing everything they can to keep us out and the dogs in. But we have thousands of determined people ready to do whatever it takes to get these dogs out. Stay tuned. I'm on my way to Ridglan Farms right now.
So let's see. Let's go to Wayne's thing again, because I think that's where I saw the reporting on what the daughter of the person said.
I just made a video condemning violent outsiders for breaking the law by rescuing dogs from Ridglan Farms. And this might be the craziest thing I've heard from law enforcement in my 20 years of being a lawyer. Let's unpack why. First, the sheriff's views on violence at Ridglan. This is a company that has cut the vocal cords out of dogs, held them down and injected them with rabies, and just killed them because it decided it did not want to waste money feeding them. But under the sheriff's view, all totally non-violent. In contrast, a young animal activist holding stuffed animals and flowers? Oh my God, the violence. Second, the sheriff's views on breaking the law at Ridglan. A Dane County judge issued an order indicating that any reasonable prosecutor would conclude that Ridglan broke the law. The Department of Agriculture, not usually an ally to animal activists, concluded that Ridglan violated the law over 300 times by surgically mutilating dogs. Even a corrupt special prosecutor concluded that he could charge Ridglan with a felony. But to the sheriff? Nope, not lawbreaking. Because he has a completely made-up legal theory that Ridglan is exempt from the animal cruelty laws as a teaching facility. But does this look like a school? So, Sheriff, with all due respect, of course you believe we are breaking the law, because you're living in a legal fantasy world. So what's really going on? Well, it's called regulatory capture. Agencies that are supposed to serve the public serve powerful interests instead. And it's happening here, with the government supporting armed thugs against grandmas holding flowers and trying to rescue dogs. What do we do about it? Well, I wrote about this in a 2023 piece in the Harvard Law Review. But sometimes the only way to make change is to be the change ourselves, by going around corrupt politicians and taking direct action. And that's what we're going to do. If the politicians won't rescue the dogs, we will.
Fucking heroes. Well said. I really do want to find where he's talking about. I think it was him. So he was talking about what the daughter of Ridglan Farms place said. Let me see that.
This is absolutely insane.
Those are the victims. Those are the victims. That the heroes that went to Wisconsin today are trying to save, and are unfortunately.
This is absolutely insane.
And they are unfortunately met with violence, prevention, tear gas, and they unfortunately, I think, will not succeed. But I hope that dog lovers in the US will pick this up and start talking about it as well. Because if they're not, then they can't call themselves animal lovers. They can't call themselves dog lovers if they won't stand for these 1,000 puppies, but they will for a random dog being abused in somebody's house. Systemic abuse is much harder to stand up to. I know that. A single animal is much easier to empathize with than 1,000 animals being tortured systematically. Being bred to be tortured systematically is harder to stand up for. But I hope dog lovers in the US who are not vegan do it anyways. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go have a cry on my own. I'm gonna go make dinner. Thank you for joining me for the second time on this live stream, and I'll see you next time.